Hello Flosstube, my name's Knitty Nat Stitches, Natalie, and welcome to my Flosstube. This is Flosstube number 3. Today is the 5th of July 2020. It's a beautiful winter Sunday afternoon. I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land where I am, the Wongal people of the Eora Nation, which is an area in Sydney, and I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land wherever you may be. I've had a busy couple of weeks. It's been 2 weeks since my last update. I've had a birthday, so I've got a birthday start to show you. I've got a few new starts. I also went away on retreat with the Shady Trees Stitches, so I'll pop a little clip in at some point just referencing that. And yeah, it's been a lovely 2 weeks. It's been a bit slow stitch wise, but yeah, I've gotten some things done. Shall we get into it? Let's. I've had a finish. Not just a finish, but a fully finished object. I received a little kit from and it was a present to myself, and it is a Charles Rennie Mackintosh needle case. Here we are. I'll just bring it in nice and close. There we are, we can see that. It's stitched on the front and on the back. Let's block my face out. There we go. Now you can see it, and it's got a cute little tassel just down the bottom. And inside, I've already started using it. I've even embroidered terrible backstitch job on some numbers, and I've started putting my needles in there. I've been looking for a more secure place to put my needles than just the envelopes that are rattling around in the bottom of my sewing box, and I'm so happy to have this done now. So that's a fully finished object, people. I don't do this often. I'm so excited. It's tiny, and I don't know why I waited so long, but that was a lovely afternoon just finishing that off, so I'm really pleased. Whips. I've been working on a few things, a few old things, some that you might not have seen, and some that you have. I'm going to start with something that you have seen before. It's Honeybee Pin Drum by Heartstring Samplery, and the designs by Beth Twist. I'm going to put in where I was before. And this is where I'm up to right now. So I've done one half of the Beehive Pot. I've started on the circle around the bee. I've put in some specialty stitches. It's some sort of a embroidery, I don't know. It's just a nice satin stitch sort of design, but you can see how long it's going to need to be. Probably about that long. This week I started stitching with the Daily 30, and my focus piece for the week was Forderly by Ink Circles, and guess what? I'm holding it upside down. It doesn't make a difference. Yeah, so I've been stitching on that, and I've been making some good progress. I'll put in a picture of where I was last time. And this is where I'm up to now. This is the right way up. Here we go. I've put in quite a few stitches, I think a couple of hundred. While I was away, I concentrated on working on my mystery stitch-alongs. The 2020 Linen and Threads mystery stitch-along has a bit of progress. So this is where I got up to. Oh, it's big. So we'll start here. And that's where I've gotten up to. I haven't quite finished April, but I'm down to where the urn starts. Happy with that. It was almost 1,000 stitches put in on that project. The other one that the other mystery stitch along that I've been working on has been the Bloom and Grow mystery stitch along. It started in January this year, and I have stitched January, March and February. And January, February, March, calendars, wow. And I started on April, and that's where I got up to. This is a piece that I am going to be including in my semi-sane stitches Uno, and it's one of my whips, and I'll be stitching on this one. I've already stitched on this one. I've got another one that I'm working on, which is this one coming up. This, if you might remember, I did a nameplate for my niece Kate, and this is one for her sister Zoe. And I have put, I think, 300 stitches in on this one, on the unicorn, which is just so super cute, with a little unicorn needle minder, which I love. There we go. Happy with that. It's getting some more love tonight, another 100 stitches, so that's good. The next whip that I've been working on, I've been putting a lot of work in on this one, is my Mirabilia Shakespeare's Fairies. There we go. I am stitching this one on a 14 count Aida that I dyed myself. Here is a picture of where I was up to last time. And this is where I've gotten up to. I have done a lot of work on this, mostly around this fairy here, with her wings and her dress and her hair. The next couple of whips are all my new starts for June and July. Actually, they've all been June starts. The first one was my birthday start. It is the blue flower. There we go, manage that reflection. By the blue flower Sleeping Bee. And my brother saw the start that I'd put into it, and he hasn't seen this though. So this is where I'm up to. And my brother saw it and he said, "Oh, what do you do with all of your stitching, Nat?" I said, "Well, at the moment I try and stitch on it." And he said, "Oh, what do you do when they're done?" And so, yeah, he was angling for, "Can I have that one when you're done, Nat?" And it's sort of, yeah, absolutely. That's a big, and it's making it more enjoyable to stitch on, knowing that it's going to be going to a home where it's going to be really enjoyed. The next whip that I started was one that I started when I was on the Shady Trees retreat. If you watched the Shady Trees special edition video, you'll see the other half to this. So I'm stitching on the Geisha. This is a Dimensions Gold Collection Petite. Her name is May, and she's going to be quite small, but I put 113 stitches, and I've just lost the needle minder for that. I have to figure out where that one went, but anyway, May, she is started on this green, light green 32 count even weave. It's been dyed by Paddock Lane Designs. It's a Murano called Spring Garden. And so 113 stitches in that. I wonder whether that other part of the magnet would fall out somewhere. And there is a counterpart to that. It's a Japanese warrior, and he will be facing, so we've got the Geisha here and the Japanese warrior will be standing here, and the branches of their trees will be touching. So I'm looking forward to that. That's a stitch along with Lisa Lane from Paddock Lane Designs. The last whip that I started, my last new start, is a Teresa Wentzler Peacock. There are a few people that are studying the Teresa Wentzler Peacock from Virtual Stitches as well, and there are a couple of stitch along hashtags. So there's the Teresa Wentzler stitch along hashtag, as well as the Teresa Wentzler Peacock Sal. And I am stitching Peacock Majesty, which is this one down the bottom. It's from the Petite collection. I put 350 stitches into the very top. I'll just wait for that to come into focus. There we go. And yeah, it's challenging. It's everything that a Teresa Wentzler is supposed to be. Lots of blends, half stitches, 3/4 stitches, quarter stitches. We are looking at the front there, aren't we? Yes. Oh, that's a relief. I'm stitching this on an 18 count Aida Zweigart, and nothing particularly fancy about it. I'll put any details of fabric in the comments down below. I know I've forgotten heaps already, so apologies. Somebody said, oh, can you please tell me about the fabric? And I sort of, well, I want to keep this video to under 30 minutes because your time's valuable, and if there's information about the whips that I'm stitching on that's interesting, you know, I do like to sometimes stitch with different fibres, then I'll put that in the comments down below as well. So there'll be some information also about the Honeybee pin drum that you might be particularly interested in. I'm using a combination of silks and cottons for that. None of the called fors, not one. I had some lovely stitchy kindness come this week for this last 2 weeks for my birthday. Harriet, from my friend from Virtual Stitches, who is Stitch by Stitch Recovery, she sent me just the most lovely things. Some treasure braid. I believe this is a Pat Carson's needle, just looking at that one. Thank you. It's beautifully presented. And also a lovely bit of dyed, it looks like a fat quarter of a green even weave, probably about 28 count. I don't know who has dyed it. It's got a lovely shimmer. I think if I had have had it before I went on my retreat, I might have started the Japanese pair on this, but I haven't, I didn't, and now I can use it for something else, which is just fine. I love green. It's my favorite color, green. She also sent along a fat quarter of navy blue, looks like 18 count Aida, and I really like it. I really like it. I don't know yet what I'll do with it. I'm thinking something monochromatic. I have a couple of ideas, but I don't have any plans for it yet. That all came in with a bit of haul, so I'm up to haul now. We're racing through. It's great. Nice quick one. You'll be able to get off to bed soon. Oh, dropping stuff. Okay, haul. I didn't just receive it, I bought it. A lovely project bag from Vicky Stitch and Button, and she also sent along a 2020 needle minder. Thank you, Vicky. Here's her details. I'll take the needle minder off, put it with my collection, which is just off the camera. You'll see it on a project, but here's Vicky's card. Stitch and Butt. Thank you so much, Vic. The quality make of this is lovely, and it's got the most beautiful little zipper pull. Can you see that? It's a coffee cup. Oh, it's hard to see. If I take myself out of the picture, there we go. If I have to put in an extra photo, I will. So yes, that was lovely, and haven't yet thought of a project to put into it, but I've got plenty, as you could see, and some of them are doing double duty in different bags, so I will definitely be putting that to good use. And I've got 2 more project bags that are already in the post on the way, so more to see later. I also am a member of the Silks4U Silk of the Month and Colour of the Month. So this is the Colour of the Month. Now, remembering that June is Pride Month, I'm pretty sure that that is why these are the colours that I received. I'm going to have to find something white. Here we go. That'll do to hold these up against so that you can see. I know grey is a better colour. I just don't have grey yet. I will figure that out. Alright, so here are the colours that they sent through. And June, remembering Pride Month, so we've got a rainbow colour, and there's some purples and greens. Great Pride colours. So, haven't yet decided what I'm going to use the rainbow one for. I have seen a couple of really good projects that people are doing. I really want to celebrate diversity with this beautiful silk. Silks4U silk is really lovely to stitch with. Feels so lovely in the hand. Pop those away. Megan May, Stitch and May, told me off for disrespecting my silks. So I'm not throwing them around just for you, Meg. Then during the week this week I received my June 2020 Silks of the Month. Now I've already broken into the skeins, so they don't look as perfect because I've got them, I'm using them in another project. Here we go. Yeah, it's not too bad. That's pretty true to colour. There we go. So these are the June Silks of the Month. And the colours are, well, number 1. Number 2 is a grey. Number 3 is a beautiful lilac. Number 4 is a plum, greyish plum, and number 5 is a blue-grey. Kind of like, they're beautiful winter colours. Really, really lovely. So I've obviously got plans for 2 of these colours, and you're about to see where I'm going to use them in a moment. While I was, what else did I receive? Oh yes, a little bit more haul. Sorry, crinkles. Should have taken it out of the bag. So I was on one of the stitch unload sites, and I snapped up a beautiful fat quarter of 32 count Lagana. This is the May 2013 sale, so it's vintage. And this is hand dyed fabrics by Dyer DyH, and it's lovely. Haven't decided what I'm going to use it for. There's plenty of time, lots of projects. Also on one of the stash unload sites, a couple of different sites, I picked up some ancient, not some ancient, but some out of print Mirabilias. Or at least very difficult to find. So we have, this is Maidens of the Season. There we go. Bit of reflection, there we go. So that is spring and summer. And this is Maidens of the Season number 2, autumn and winter, Mirabilia. I also picked up the Dreamer. This, I'm quite certain, is inspired by a painting that I had seen and loved as a teenager called Flaming June. And when I saw this, I saw the connection immediately, and it's like, oh, I have to have it. I learned that it was really, really, really difficult to find, but I found it, and I'm so excited. And I have ordered the floss and the beads. I think I'm going to dye some fabric to stitch this on, because I can't find anything in Australia that, no, I did find something in Australia that I think I'll be able to stitch it on. I ordered it, and that will be hopefully here in time for the next video. The last Mirabilia is this lovely one, Aida, the Garden Fairy. And the last fabrics I got were also at the retreat with the Shady Trees stitches. They're Paddock Tree Designs fabrics. So this one is another 32 count even weave. I really love 32 count. It's Zweigart Murano, and this is Muddy Rose. And oh, it's difficult to see. It's a beautiful pink. I have an idea of what I want to use it for. The other fabric that I got, also in the warm colour scheme, is Autumn Sunshine, or Dark Autumn Sunshine. This is another 32 count Zweigart Merino by Paddock Lane Designs. It's Monday the 6th. It's a beautiful afternoon, and yesterday I left you with a big piece of orange fabric as I was wrapping up my haul. Nothing more to really talk about. I picked up some great bargains at a charity shop, some almost 2 yards of linen, white linen, which I will probably dye ahead of some projects that I've got planned. I'm filming out on my balcony. It does get a little noisy with lots of traffic going past. Plans, I've got an opportunity to do a lot of double dipping with magical stitches, semi-sewn stitches and daily 30, so there's going to be a lot of Anzac being stitched. I'm really looking forward to that. So there'll be lots of progress on that one piece to show you next time. What else? There's a challenge group that I am part of the admin team on Facebook. No new starts in 2021. I'm really looking forward to 2021 and focusing only on the projects that I have now. Give or take 3, 4, 5 starts that I have planned to start before the start of next year. This year was the year of starting all the things. Next year is going to be the year of no new starts. Anyone else want to drive down my street? Good. It's quiet for a moment. So, no new starts 2021. There's a couple of different levels of involvement in that. You can be a spectator and cheer other people along, or you can be in it with a real meaningful, tangible prize at the end of the year 2021 if you successfully get through the whole year without starting any new whips. We're still nutting out the final, nutting out the details on how that will work, but we're getting really close, and we expect to be able to release the rules for that challenge at the start of September. Meanwhile, join the group, come and see what we're planning. I think 2021 is going to be a really fun year. 2021 is going to be a fun year. So that's it from me. So that's it from me and all the traffic on my street. For now. So that's it from me for now. Please like this Flosstube, subscribe, leave a comment. Really looking forward to hearing from you. Enjoy your next couple of stitchy weeks. I hope you are all safe and well, and that your families are safe and well.